weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper.
I wonder if there's anybody here like me that can look back over your life and see some things that you've done and wonder what the hell was I thinking? Some of y'all got the unmitigated gospel God to be more concerned about me saying hell than the fact that somebody's catching it. And God uses, God always knows how to send who, when, with what.
But are there anybody in here that's honest enough to admit I made some mistake? Anybody not too ashamed to admit that I messed up? Is there anybody here like me that can look back over your life at some of the dumb decisions you made, some of the stupid choices you made, and wonder what the hell was I thinking about? I'm sorry. I wonder, is there anybody here who's ever blown it? Well, that's who I want to talk to today. Those honest folk. The rest of y'all, you can go on home. The message is over for you. But the honest folk who's not too ashamed to admit that you have blown it. I come preaching on divine assignment to let you know that the good news from glory is even though you have blown it, you can still go from blowing it to blowing up. He said it's by the grace of God. Let me poll the house and ask you, are there any grace witnesses in here? You know, anybody that can look at your life and realize, you know, really, I shouldn't even be here right now. Yo, are you trying to look all deep, trying to play all pious, sanctimonious and stuff? Yo, you trying to keep your composure, but can you really think, you know, I made enough dumb decisions, I made enough stupid choices that really I should be dead right now. But here's my shout, amazing grace shall always be my song of praise, for it was grace that brought my liberty. I'll never know just why he came to love me so. He looked beyond my faults and saw my need. I shall forever lift mine eyes to Calvary to view the cross where Jesus died for me. How marvelous his grace that brought my falling soul. He looked beyond my faults and saw my need. Is there anybody here that'll just open up your mouth and say, God, I thank you for your grace? To send the right person at the right time who sees in you the right thing even when you've gone the wrong way. I know I'm only preaching about 75 folk in here. Let me say it again. God in grace always knows how to send the right person at the right time who sees in you the right thing even when you've gone the wrong way. Oh, Pastor Sheares, you sure is preaching. Thank you. Ain't God good? Don't God know how to send who, when, with what, who sees in you what God placed in you? In spite of your mistakes, in spite of your flaws, in spite of your failure, is there anybody here that can give God a praise for somebody that God sent in your life who encouraged you to make it thus far? You're going to go from blowing it to blowing up. Why? You got to ask yourself, when it comes to the people who I surround myself with, when it comes to the people who I connect with, when it comes to the folk who are in my inner circle, you got to ask yourself, are they holding me or are they helicopters for me? And y'all, I had to ask myself that because I started thinking about that thing and I thought about my own life. Whenever my life was stagnant and I was going nowhere, coincidentally, the folk around me was going nowhere. And the next thing I knew, they're going nowhere. the love of Jesus Christ, the sweet communion of his Holy Spirit, rest, rule, and abide with you henceforth, now and forever. Poof, be gone.
The reason you go from blowing it to blowing up is because even when you have blown it, God can still make your life a benefit.
Preacher!
All right, y'all work a minute. Even though you have blown it, God can still make your life a benefit. Lady Sheares and I, we were watching this past season of American Idol. We was watching it, and we watched it because that particular night, their special guest was the one and only Jennifer Hudson. Right? So we was watching it. It's intriguing to me. They introduced her, and Ricky, you will really get this. They introduced her as a former idol.
Okay. Speak the word.
But hey, I don't know if you remember or not,
She was eliminated.
but she lost.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Come on. Yes, she did.
She blew it.
Yeah. Come on.
She lost. But in a real sense,
It was a benefit.
She lost her way to the top. Watch, let me make it live for you. Because Jennifer is one of the only, if not the only, idol or contestant that has ever won either or both a Grammy and an Oscar. So she blew it, but she got some benefits from blowing it. Here, don't miss your shout right here, because don't you know that we serve a God that's just like that? Even if you have blown it, God can still make your life a benefit. Do I have a witness? Somebody shout yeah!
if this one don't shout you, you ain't shoutable. You can go from blowing it to blowing up because the call that's on you is greater than the fall that's behind.
Somebody holler, preach, big man! You better help me. Your neighbor didn't get it. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, maybe you didn't hear what he said, but the word from the Lord is the call that's on you is greater than the fall that's behind you. Hey, I don't care how far you've fallen. If you can just keep your eyes on your calling, you will discover that God still has a plan for your life. Have I got any believers in here? And you know, God is so awesome that God can take your fall and work it into the plan for your call. God can take your mess, and instead of your mess